It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl, a special edition. Both the teams you're about to meet have won once previously. Today's winner moves on to the semifinals in this year's elementary school competition, so a lot at stake. Let's meet these outstanding students. First, from Longfields Elementary School, say hello to Arabella. She's up there dancing to the Science Bowl music like I was too. Drew is here. He's the captain of the team. And Aridasola also here, a former player. Drew was here once before too, last year. So these are veteran players. Let's go and meet the team from Yorktown. Hello to Jocelyn. She's a fourth grader over there. Leah aspires to go to NASA someday to work. She's a great player. And Ethan is over there, a future engineer maybe, and a current swimmer. All wonderful students. Here on the Science Bowl, we have 6 categories of questions. Here they are.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here in the Science Bowl, our game board is arranged according to question difficulty. Easier questions worth 5 and 10 points. Tougher, 15, 20, 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points apiece. No penalties for incorrect answers. And at the end of the 2 rounds today, we will have a semifinalist in this year's elementary school competition. Let's go over and make sure everything's working properly before we start. Drew, would you try that buzzer for me? It looks and sounds good. Good luck to you and to your teammates. And Leah, how about the green teams? Also seems A-OK. Good luck to you and your teammates. We go alphabetically on the Science Bowl, L before Y. So, Drew, let's start this game. Go.
Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo Parade for 15 points to start us out. Storks and vultures pee on their legs. For what same reason the dogs pant and we sweat? Yorktown.
To cool down?
Absolutely, to cool ourselves off. That evaporation cools us down. Go again, green.
Body systems for 5, please.
Body for 5. People who make up false stories are often said to be lying through their what? Drew.
Teeth.
Their teeth. You got that right. Good. Nice answer. Go, Drew.
Let's get physical for 15.
Physical for 15 points. A substance that moves electricity more efficiently than an insulator. Yorktown.
Conductor?
Not quite. Let me finish the question for Longfields. Physical for 15. A substance that moves electricity more efficiently than an insulator, but less efficiently than a metal, is known as a semi-what? Oh, we're going to give it, okay. Yorktown, we didn't need the semi part of it, so that is correct. Yorktown got those points. Go red, green.
Science Potpourri for 5, please.
Body systems for what?
Science Potpourri.
Science Potpourri for 5. In an experiment, librarians using cotton swabs, maybe they did this in your school, they wiped off the books, and then they transferred what they'd collected onto an agar medium in one of these pea-initial dishes that they use to grow bacteria. What do we call those pea-initial dishes?
Petri dish?
Petri dish, that's right. Good answer. Go green.
Zoo Parade for 5, please.
Green thing?
Parade.
Zoo Parade for 5 points. An animal in the Alice in Wonderland story is named for a mock soup that, despite its name, does not have any of this shelled reptile as an ingredient. Longfields.
Crab.
Not crab. Good try. Yorktown.
Turtle?
Turtle, yeah, mock turtle soup if you read Alice in Wonderland. Good try, Drew. Go green.
Let's get physical for 5, please.
Physical for 5 points. Hard water is not another name for ice, but rather water that has plenty of these M initial substances like calcium and magnesium in it. Longfields.
Molecules?
No, not molecules. Good try. Calcium, magnesium, these M initial substances in water that makes it hard.
Metals?
Minerals. Minerals was the right answer there. Go green.
Dateline science for 5, please.
Dateline for 5. All right, 4-part answer. The book and TV character Ada Twist is a young African-American girl who is excited about studying STEM subjects, which are what? Give me all 4. Longfields.
Science, technology, engineering, and math.
You got them. Good. Got the points. Go red.
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo parade for 10 points. This 3-lettered flightless bird featured in insurance commercials is the national bird of Australia. Yorktown.
Emu?
Emu, yeah, emu for Liberty Insurance. Good. Go green.
Dateline science for 5.
Dateline for 5. The first fossil of this dinosaur, discovered in 1902, was given what name which meant tyrant lizard king?
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
You got that right. That was the T-Rex. They gave it a proper name, didn't they, Drew? Go red.
Green things for 10.
Green for 10. The edible part of a carrot or a radish plant is its what? Yorktown?
Root?
It's root. Those are root vegetables. Absolutely. Good. Go.
Science potpourri for 10, please.
Potpourri, 10 points. Multiple choice. Where would you find contrails, spelled C-O-N-T-R-A-I-L-S? Beneath the earth, under the sea, or in the air? Where are contrails, Longfields?
Past Addersola.
Under the sea?
Not under the sea. Good try, Arizola. Contrails, C-O-N-T-R-A-I-L-S, beneath the earth, under the sea, or in the air. Where would you find them?
Under the ground?
In the air. Those are condensation trails that you see behind airplanes as they're going through the sky. Try again, please. Green.
Let's get physical for 10, please.
Physical for 10. A barometer is a weather instrument that measures AP, which at sea level measures 14.7 pounds per square inch. What is AP? Yorktown. You may answer.
Air pressure?
Air pressure, absolutely right. Air pressure. A lot of people have barometers in their house. Low pressure, very typical of when it's raining or it's snowing out there. Buzzer says we've come to the end of the first round. It's still a very close game. 75 for Longfields, 120 for Yorktown. We'll be back with round 2 in just one moment. And welcome back to Science Bowl. Our second half here about to begin. 2 great teams from Longfields and Yorktown. And the day we're taping these teams have been here once already. It's been a long day for them, and this is a lot to ask of these young people, 4th and 5th graders. But they're doing a remarkable job, and I know you guys are going to continue for another 10 minutes here. Let's find out about our players. Let's go to Longfields. Longfields, who is your principal?
Miss Bell.
Yeah, and how about your coach?
Miss Bear.
Miss Bear, yeah. They're out there rooting for you. Tell me something about Longfields that's really special.
I'd say the staff treats their students with care, and we have a lot of extracurricular activities open.
Extracurricular, that's a great word. Yeah, a lot of young people don't use that word, but yeah, you have to have things other than just your basic subjects, like Science Bowl, something you can get involved in, music, sports. Someday what you going to do?
Be the president.
President of the United States, yeah. Can you see yourself living in the White House? Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
You'll have your own plane, you know, your own helicopter. It's going to be pretty cool.
Actually, every time the plane comes out for recess, I'm like, wait for me, I'm your future president.
Air Force One up there. You're playing a nice game, Drew. Arabella, tell us about yourself. You're playing a good game. How do you know so much science?
I learned it from these amazing people over here and
What a
from
nice
the
tribute.
and from the games that we play. Because you say play along when you guys do Science Bowl in here, so we
Yes.
actually do that during practice.
Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, we learn from each other, don't we? And we learn from watching and listening especially. Yeah. And you're a great reader, and you're still thinking about what you might want to do in your life here. We had a question in our last game about an Arabella, a spider in space. Did you take note of that? We were talking about that? Yeah. Darren Sola, nice to have you back here. Tell us about how you know so much science. Do you read? I know you're a reader. Yeah. And you probably get a lot from reading, but how else? Because you guys have obviously practiced.
I learn also by practice and
Have you watched some of the old episodes of this show?
yes.
Yeah, so you get an idea of how this all goes. And someday, what are your plans? You know,
maybe
you're a
to
very
become an
stylish
author?
young lady. I can see you as being a stylist of some kind, an influencer. Yeah, an influencer someday. So you're playing a nice game here. Let's go over to Yorktown and find out about Yorktown. Leah, tell us about Yorktown. Who's your principal?
Our principal is Dr. Savoy.
Absolutely, she's out there rooting for you. And your coach?
Our coach is Coach Amy.
Amy, yeah. Miss Burnett, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, because she was here finding out how this was all, what this was all about. She came and helped us judge, and boy, she's done a very nice job with you guys. Something special about Yorktown you want to tell us about?
Our teachers are very encouraging, and they help us, and they kind of prepare us for the next grade that we're going to.
Wow. Yeah, that's what all teachers should do, but not all of them are up to that level. And I have to say, those teachers, they're lucky to have you three in class. They really are. What wonderful students you are, like the wonderful students here at Longfields. What do you want to do someday, Leah? We were talking in the last game about NASA. You want to go into, would you like to go into space, or do you want to be down here doing things?
I don't know. I think they need
What's that?
They need to support their rockets
Yeah,
more.
you'll be grown up a lot by the time you get to having to make those decisions. Nice to have you here. Jocelyn, you're a fourth grader here, and you're very young yet. Have you thought about a career yet? Any ideas?
Yeah, I'm still kind of deciding between two choices that I kind of like. So I like the thought of being a veterinarian and also being a teacher because I love teaching.
Yeah, we had a question in the last game about Barbie. Barbie is now, you can get her as a veterinarian. You know, yeah, animals, they're like people. They're part of our families, yeah. I can see you doing a nice job with that. Ethan, nice to have you back, young man who wants to be an engineer someday. And you're a swimmer, yeah? How long have you swum?
As long as I can remember.
Yeah,
Probably
it gets to be
longer.
a lifelong habit, doesn't it? Yeah. So you swim competitively, and where are your meets oftentimes?
I don't know where it is all of the time because it's a little random.
Somebody drives you there.
Like,
Yeah.
And one time we went to a Navy base, a military base.
Very nice, yeah.
The water is always very, very cold.
Well, they say cold water swimming is good for your health, even though at the time it doesn't feel like that. Yeah, let's get back into the game. All right, everyone is, come on, give us your best smiles here. We're back at it here. 10 more minutes. Let's show PG County what great students you are. That's it. All right, let's get back to the game here. Last correct answer came from the green team. So, Leah, let's go.
Body systems for 10, please.
Body systems for 10 points. Your question is as follows. If you're afraid to do something, people might say, you're yellow. Or they might invoke your body's largest internal organ and say, you're chicken what? Yorktown.
Skin?
Not chicken skin. No, you're afraid you are chicken what, Drew? Largest organ in the body.
Pastor.
Come on, Ed Derizola.
Chicken intestines?
Liver. Chicken liver. You are chicken liver. You are chicken liver. That's the largest organ in the body, the liver. Go again. Green.
Dateline.
No points that time.
Dateline science for 10, please.
Dateline for 10. Scientists have discovered tattoos on Egyptian mummies. How'd they do that? By using this longer wavelength of light, the opposite of the shorter wavelength, ultraviolet. What's the opposite? Come on, Drew.
Infrared?
You got it. It is infrared. Absolutely right. Got yourself 10 more points. Go.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo for 25. All right, get this one right. We'll have almost a tie score. Zoo for 25. Get this. The Greek philosopher Aristotle believed that when storks did this in the fall, they went to the moon to spend the winter. Yorktown.
Migrate?
Yeah, he thought they migrated to the moon. Imagine that. Good answer. Good, go.
Body systems for 15, please.
Body for 15. No, not a multiple choice. If someone is suffering from plantar fasciitis, they've got pain that can start in this body part, long associated with Achilles. Longfields.
Their heel.
Heel, the Achilles heel. That's exactly right. Good answer, young man. Go.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems, 20 points. Here 'tis. This is a multiple choice question. If you exercise too much, you can develop heart wall hypertrophy, which means, which of the following? The walls are thicker than normal, thinner than normal, or develop small leaks. Drew.
Small leaks.
Not small leaks. Hypertrophy, the heart wall. It can develop there, meaning the walls are thicker than normal, thinner than normal, or develop small leaks.
Thicker than normal?
Thicker than normal. Hyper means above or more. Good, go.
Green things for 5, please.
Green for 5. Question. This is very strange. You know, if you buy bacon, sometimes it says it is cured. Instead of curing bacon with nitrates and nitrites, packagers of organic bacon use the juice of this vegetable that tastes good with a smear of peanut butter and some raisins on it. Drew.
Celery.
Celery, yes, absolutely. Ants on a log. Have you ever had ants on a log? Yeah. Okay, go red. Drew.
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline for 20 points. Here's that question. Listen to the whole thing. The Russian spacecraft, the Luna 2, that crashed into the moon in August, was attempting to be the first spacecraft to land at this frigid area of the moon with what same name as the southernmost part of the Earth. Drew.
Pole.
Which one?
The North.
Are we going to give that? Okay. No. Okay. Yorktown. Repeat the question for you. When the Russian spacecraft Luna 2 that crashed into the moon in August was attempting to be the first spacecraft to land at this frigid area of the moon that has what same name as the southernmost part of the Earth.
The South Pole?
The South Pole is what we wanted. That's right. Good. Go Yorktown.
Science potpourri for 15, please.
Science potpourri for 15 points. Fruit flies are drawn to rotting fruit because the fruit gives off acetic acid, which is another name for this V-initialed liquid, often used in salad dressings.
Vinegar.
Vinegar, that's it. Oil and vinegar. Put it on your salad. Go, Drew.
Let's get physical for 20.
Physical, 20 points. Question. There used to be a toy called the Easy Bake Oven, where you could bake cookies and cakes about this big. The Easy Bake Oven toy originally used just a single incandescent light bulb that measured 100 of these units. Yorktown.
Watts?
Watts it is, yes indeed. Good, go.
Green things for 15.
I'm sorry?
Green things for 15.
Green for 15. To get green-colored pasta noodles, cooks often use this pigment that they get from plants like spinach and alfalfa. Yorktown.
Chlorophyll?
Yeah, they put the chlorophyll into those green noodles. You're like eating the plant. Good, go.
Science potpourri for 20, please.
Potpourri, 20 points. Big one in that category. Pumpkin spice. I'm so sick of hearing about pumpkin spice and everything. The pumpkin spice that shows up in so many foods and drinks in the fall is a mixture of pumpkin, nutmeg, clove, and this other C-initialed spice. Yorktown?
Cinnamon?
Cinnamon, yeah, that comes from the bark of the cinnamon tree. Good, go.
Zoo parade for 20, please.
Zoo parade, 20 points. Gill rakers, R-A-K-E-R-S, gill rakers, which are bits of bone and cartilage that help fish filter plankton into their stomachs, are found in this E-initial passageway behind their mouth. Come on.
Enamel?
Not enamel. That was a good try. This is this passageway behind the fish's mouth, E-initialed, where the bits of plankton go in after the gill rakers get it?
Esophagus.
Esophagus is what? Yeah, that's it. Good, go. Nice comeback.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri, 20 points. It's a visual question. Look at the picture. It's a wonderful picture coming up here. And where do you hear this question? I know you know this. To fold their wings neatly under their outer shell, ladybugs use this O-initialed paper folding method famous in Japan. Yorktown.
Origami.
They use origami. How about that? And they didn't even have to be taught. Cool, go.
Green things for 20.
Green for 20. 20 points. Yes, if you boil it and bake it first, you can eat the peel of a banana. Ooh, doesn't sound too good. Because it contains lots of vitamins and minerals, including the chemical with the symbol K.
Potassium.
Potassium, yes. It's also in the banana itself. Yes, you were waiting for potassium. Go.
Body systems for 25.
Body for 25. Careful on this one. Your body's stem cells, when they divide, they produce what kinds of cells, since the original cell is called the mother cell?
Baby.
What's that?
Baby.
Not quite baby. I can see where you came up with that. When the mother cells divide, they produce what kinds of stem cells, Leah? Jocelyn?
Platelets?
Good try. They're called daughter cells. Mom produces daughter cells. Okay, almost finished here. Couple more questions. Which one, Leah?
Let's get physical for 25.
Physical for 25. Big one in that category is another picture. Look at the monitor in the studio, please. A figure skater spins more than 300 revolutions per minute, which is about the same rate that astronauts spin when they train inside of one of these C-initial devices that's often used on a smaller scale, as you see here, in a laboratory that spins. What's that called, Yorktown?
A centrifuge?
It is a centrifuge. Thank you, Ethan. Yeah, he knows his stuff over there. All right, we have green things or a dateline.
Dateline for 25.
Dateline for 25 points. When last summer's Hurricane Hillary entered California, it was downgraded to a post-tropical one of these C-initialed storms.
Cyclone?
A cyclone, absolutely right. Last question of the game. Green things for 25 points. Here 'tis. If you burn wood slowly with very little oxygen, you'll remove most of the water, and you'll be left with briquettes of this for your backyard grill. Yorktown?
Charcoal?
Charcoal is what you get. Absolutely right. Our game is over. It looks like Yorktown has done it. Looks like they're headed to the semifinals. We'll double check that score and be back with you in just a moment. Don't go away. And welcome back to Science Bowl. Well, we have a team that's headed off to the semifinals, but all of our students, they are going places in life. Yes, indeed. Our final score today, Longfields is 120, Yorktown 380. Yorktown, congratulations. You were amazing here today. Leah, who's standing back there, who made all this possible?
This is our coach Amy. This is Abby, our alternate, and this is Miss Burnett, our sponsor.
Let's have a nice round of applause for that Yorktown team and wish them well. Don't we wish them well in the semifinals? Absolutely, we do. And talking about wishing them well, this Longfields team, they won their first game. They have one of the best teachers, bar none, in the school system here, Miss Bear. Nice round of applause for Miss Bear. And Arabella is looking like someone stole her lunch here. She's not feeling all, but you know what? Every one of you wanted to win, and you did. Just believe me. Nice round of applause for Longfields. Nice round of applause for our judges who are here for made everything work happily. And behind the scenes, Mr. Wolf, who is editing these shows and directing them. Chuck, thanks for everything you do to make this happen. And thank you. Thank you for watching. We wouldn't be here without you. Until next time, I'm Dave Zarin. Bye-bye now.